Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Rob here for RathCo Corporation, and this is The Life We Choose. Now, this is a special presentation in which I will be adding lectures 2 and 3 together. Lecture 2 was pre-recorded. I'm going to add the video at 8:30 when we get started. And then after the audio, I will put the video on, which is myself giving you lecture number 3, which is on, oh, Jesus, I even forgot what it was on. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let me actually see if I can find out right now. Oh, it's actually right here. Part 3. Let's wait until we play it to find out, folks. But seriously, I gotta mess with you folks. I can't just give it away. So in about 2 minutes, we'll be starting up. Now, it's right in front of me. I just realized I typed it. Today's lecture number 3, focuses on the human thought process and the manner in which we handle mentally stressful situations within our lives. Now, unfortunately, our lives are dotted with stressful moments, some of which we may have trouble comprehending or handling on our own. So my hope is that this lecture will aid you all in handling stress in your lives. Well, folks, we've got 2 minutes. There's our countdown. Pop it up there. I will be back in just a moment. Leave a comment here. Alright, got about 45 seconds. Alright, folks, I am here. Let's get started. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of RathCo's The Life We Choose, the show that motivates us to be better physically and mentally. Okay, let's begin. Okay, so today's lecture has to do with the power of clear and decisive thinking and all of the real-life applications in which doing so could really make a very big difference in the outcome of said situations. Throughout life, we are all occasionally dealt some rather difficult situations, and those moments in our lives in which things get extremely stressful, such as during a car accident or some sort of medical emergency, for example, during stressful situations, our minds go into what many of us refer to as a fight or flight response. Now, this type of response occurs when you are unsure of what to do during times of stress. The majority of human beings go into a sort of panic mode, during which thousands of thoughts are racing through our minds, making it nearly impossible to think clearly. However, emergency situations dictate that in order to survive and ensure a safe resolution to the situation, you must maintain a clear and focused mind so that you can think clearly and make the right decisions. I mean, think about this, folks. Let's say, for example, you're driving along with your best friend in the passenger side, and all of a sudden, a drunk driver slams into the passenger side of your car, sending it off the side of the road. The drunk driver flees, and now it is up to you to save your friend. Now, obviously, having just been in a car accident, you're going to be a little shaken up. But the most important thing I can tell you to always remember is this. Absolutely do not panic. Because when you panic, it could cause you to make poor choices, and it can also cause your hands to shake and your blood pressure to skyrocket. And remember, your friend needs your help if he is expected to live. So you have to do your best to always remain calm and keep a level head. Now, as difficult as this sounds, let me give you some pointers that may help with this. First of all, just breathe. Nice deep breaths, in through your nose, out through your mouth. This will help to slow your blood pressure and heart rate down to a more normal level, which in turn will aid you in thinking more clearly and making the right and sound decisions in order to save a life. Now, most of us don't really give it much thought in our day-to-day lives, but anything can happen, whether it be on the road, at home, on vacation. If life has taught me anything, it's that you should always be prepared for the road ahead. What life holds in our future, you know? So here are a few tips and pointers to help you out. First of all, first aid kits. Always keep a fully prepared first aid kit in your vehicle, as well as one in your backpack or travel bag, and one in your home as well, somewhere that it's easy to access. Second thing, self-defense. Now, I hate to say this, but you may want to carry a small and, most importantly, a legal, L-E-G-A-L, legal pocket knife or some type of defensive weapon that you are legally allowed to carry. Now, 10 years ago, I probably wouldn't say that, excuse me, but present day, yeah, it's always good to ensure that you can defend and protect yourself and your loved ones. The third thing, and perhaps the most important, training. If you own any type of weapon, whether it be a firearm, a knife, some type of high decibel sound alarm, whatever you have to protect yourself, always ensure that you are trained in its proper use, storage, and safety handling procedures. Because God forbid, if you are ever forced to use a weapon to save your life or to defend yourself, you'd better know what you're doing or you may injure the wrong person, yourself. Now, when it comes to firearms, there are a lot of very strict laws in place for your protection. So if you're going to go the route of a firearm, keep in mind that you should definitely consult your local law enforcement agency, because most weapons, most firearms that are small enough to conceal, you would need a permit to operate and to own. And you also cannot be a felon or a convicted felon, because you probably are not allowed to own a firearm. However, shotguns and rifles can be purchased without a permit. However, you're not going to want to go walking around brandishing and carrying a shotgun or a rifle. Obviously, that is not a self-defense weapon. That is a overkill or a hunting weapon. Not exactly for self-defense or protecting yourself. Even some knives, even some blades are against the law. So just make sure that if you're carrying a pocket knife or a small weapon like that, to just ensure that it's legal for you to carry and operate. And also, like I said, training. Even if you have to go online, if you got to watch some how-to videos, I have seen in my time, in certain situations that I've seen, I saw one stabbing occur downtown Buffalo, and the man defending himself had a blade, but it did him no good because he did not know how to open it, and when he did finally get it open, he could not figure out how to lock the blade in place. Now, if he had known how to operate his weapon, would that have prevented him from getting stabbed? Maybe, maybe not. It's like a seatbelt. You know, sometimes, 99% of the time it'll save your life, but the other 1%, you never know. But anyways, going back to clear and decisive thinking. Now, if you're panicking and you're not thinking clearly, your mind is going in 500 different directions. You're in a panic state. And you're just going to panic and tell yourself, I don't know what to do. And the more you panic, the worse it's going to get, and the worse and worse and worse. And so finally, I mean, it could cause you to just snap and just sit there totally helpless. So whatever situation you're in,
Mind you, there are so many different stressful situations in life, I obviously cannot go through each and every one of them. And the best thing that you can do is always remember, like I said, to be prepared. Now, I'm going to have other episodes and other programs about life preparation and life survival skills and stuff like that, because I have been studying up quite a bit on it. So I hope that you enjoyed this rather short episode of The Life We Choose. I hope that this information will someday help you and aid you in life. And before we end this episode, I just have a few things I'd like to add.
Alright, folks, that is the end of that. That was part 2 of our lecture, and now we're moving on. I hope that you all enjoyed that one. And, like I said, there are so many stressful situations these days in life in general, like not just in different aspects of life, but life in general as a whole. You're going to run into stressful situations no matter who you are, no matter what you do. But we're going to move on to part 3. Here we go. Greetings, everyone. Thank you for joining us this afternoon for another session of
RathCo is The Life We Choose, a motivational program designed to give you pointers to help you through the toughest times that life can throw your way, and to remind each and everyone suffering from tough times and the stress of life, you're not alone. So let's begin, shall we? Okay, today's first topic is helping one another. As many of you are probably painfully aware, solitude fosters depression and feelings of isolation. So the best thing we can do is to band together with those whom are closest to you. Talk to your friends and family about how you feel, because those are some of the people whom are on your side. I know that for some, admitting the fact that you are struggling with life can be an intimidating process due to the fact that you may be experiencing anxiety over breaking the news to those whom may be under the impression that you're okay, when in reality, that may not be the case. But you need to remember, your family and friends will not judge you if they truly love and care for you. Then they will do whatever it takes in their power to help you out. But as we all know, getting help with your stress level begins with you. What I mean by that is that you have to take the first steps by admitting that you need help and that you are in a bad situation in life right now. Now, there are several reasons that people choose not to come out and tell others about what they may be feeling. In some cases, some of us are afraid that our loved ones may put us in some type of asylum or treatment facility where we have no freedoms. This is usually never the case. Those cases in which people are sent to those locations are individuals whom have no support system and no one to turn to. And they are placed there because that is the level of treatment that they require, possibly due in part to isolation, which is why it is so vitally important to have at least one person that you can confide in. Otherwise, your stress levels will continue to build until you have a nervous or psychological breakdown, which in turn leads to much worse outcomes. But before we get into any more of that, not changing the subject, but I just want to give you an example of an outcome. I'm not going to name names, but back in my teen years, I had a friend who was a very quiet individual, and we always wondered why. And we knew that he had a bit of a depression issue, and we tried speaking to him about it, and he insisted with us that he was fine and everything was good. About a week later, his mother passed away. God rest her soul. And he fell into a deep depression, and I tried to help him. I went over to his house, we hung out for a while, and he thanked me and everything. And I wanted to stay, but he said, no, I'll be fine, it'll be all right. And I was convinced that he was okay because he seemed like he was all right and everything seemed fine, so I went home. And to this day, I really wish I hadn't, because he took his own life that night. But nobody had any idea that he was suffering because he didn't tell anyone. And I think that maybe if he had told us, or maybe if I had done more to help him, maybe he would still be here today. That's all I'm saying, okay? So I don't ever want to see that happen to any of you. I may not know any of you. I may not care for any of you personally because I don't know you. I haven't met you. But I believe that each and every one of you, each and every wife watching my face speaking right now, you all matter. Your lives matter. I don't care if you don't have a family, if you don't have friends. Your life is worth something. Do you hear me? Whoever you are, your life is valuable to yourself and to the future, okay? So please, I'm speaking to every single individual out there. Don't ever, ever, ever let anyone tell you that you're better off not here, better off dead. Those people are the ones who need help. And your life matters to me. All your lives matter to me. So you do have a friend and you do have a fucking support system. Excuse my language. I had a few friends way back when that they let what other people say affect them. They were called stupid because they couldn't read and write. Well, I taught this individual how to read and write, and I taught him that his life was worth more than what these jackasses were saying to him. I can't tell you how many lives, how many suicides there are every year because of hurtful things that are said, hurtful things that are done, and there's just no need for it. Nobody's perfect. We all need help sometimes. And to deny another human being that help, you have no right. People have no right to attack and slander another person because of their looks, because of their race, because of the color of their skin, because of their religion, because of their sexuality. There is never a good reason. Hell, there's never a bad reason. There's never any reason to single out one person or one group of people for some superficial fucking reason. And it happens every single day, and people suffer from it every single day. And if I were to give any of you advice, if you've got a bully and it's a verbal thing, I know, our parents used to say, ignore them. But even our parents knew, sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes it's so a force will be so overwhelming that you lose yourself. You literally lose your mind. You lose yourself. And the only thing you do by fighting back with your words, like if you say, oh yeah, fuck you, or you start swearing at someone, or you start mistreating someone back because they're doing it to you, that's what they want. You're literally feeding in to their narcissism. It took me a very long time to figure that out about a certain drunken neighbor of mine. It took me forever. I even posted videos and telling people, oh, what the horrible things this person did. And that was foolish of me because I was letting it get to me. I was letting it consume me, and I was letting it make me miserable. Because when someone harasses you, especially if it's someone you have to interact with on a daily basis, if you let them get inside your head, it changes you. It destroys your life. It destroys who you are, especially if you begin to believe the slanderous insults that this person is hurling at you. When you start to believe what people are saying about you, it can destroy your morale. It can even destroy your will to live. I've seen it happen. So, for this issue of The Life We Choose, I just wanted to let you all know that none of you are alone, and that there are strategies that you can employ to combat situations like that. Now, obviously, if someone physically assaults you, then yes, it is time to defend yourself. But words are nothing. Words are things that people say to elicit a prescribed response from you. And when you give them the response they want, i.e., when you get angry with them, you're literally feeding them with your reaction. If you don't do that, they will stop, or they should stop. If they don't stop, then that's the time where it can turn into a physical altercation. In which case, I tell people in a physical altercation, it doesn't matter who strikes first nowadays. Sorry, Libby, my daughter, doesn't like when I say nowadays because I'm not over 60. But anyways, if you retaliate in a physical altercation and the police get involved, you're both going to jail because it's assault. He assaulted you, you assaulted him. The best advice I can give is to try to restrain the individual if they strike you without hitting them. Like grab their arms, hold them down, restrain them, because then you're not, I don't think it's assault to restrain someone. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm going to do another live stream / video presentation. And as you folks know, all of the lives I do here on TikTok, I upload 99.9% of them to the YouTube channel, RathCo Gaming. So you can catch this there as well. But we're almost out of time, and I believe I've said my piece. So I hope that this has helped you. And I hope that this has convinced any of you out there that are feeling depressed or, feeling, God forbid, but if any of you are contemplating suicide, please don't do that. I'm begging you, just email me, all lowercase RathCo2023, RathCo2023 at yahoo.com. I don't care if I have to stay up all night. I don't care if I have to stop what I am doing and to talk to you, each and every one of you, to convince you not to do that. In closing, this has been a 2024 RathCo Corporation production. I am your host, Robert Robbie Rath. It has been a real pleasure and an honor to speak to all of you. I consider each and every one of you a member of the RathCo family of gamers and friends. You all have my love and my respect. And as I said, please, there is help out there. There is help available. If you are suicidal, if you are depressed, talk to me. Talk to me and I will help you. I promise. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful day.
Okay, folks, I hope that you all enjoyed the lectures. For those of you who came in the middle of it and would like to see the entire thing, this content will be re-uploaded to our YouTube channel called RathCo Gaming. It will be placed in the TikTok Recaps playlist for anyone who missed the beginning. Also, there's going to be several more lecture-type episodes of this program, and I sincerely hope that, if I can help so much as one of you with this content, then mission accomplished and a job well done. Because that is the reason why I created it, because of my need and my want to help others. So, I hope that you all enjoyed. This has been one of the longest live streams I've ever done. And I'm always experimenting with different things to do for live streams, because I want to make sure that my viewers are entertained, and I want to make sure that I provide the best quality content available. Also, for anyone who would like to subscribe to my TikTok for the $2.99 tier, make sure you email us. If you subscribe, email us at all lowercase RathCo2023, that's RathCo2023 at yahoo.com, because along with your TikTok subscription, you will also gain access to some of our pay-to-view RathCo Elite type membership, members-only content over on our YouTube channel, because that will be thrown in with your subscription as well, which is a value of between $5 and $15 that you get for free with your TikTok subscription. Just throwing it out there, just in case anyone's interested. Anyways, I just would like to say that you all have my love and respect, and I consider each and every one of you a member of the RathCo family of gamers and friends. You are all always welcome. You can check me out on YouTube. We have RathCo Corporation has 2 YouTube channels. The first one is called RathCo Gaming, where we do all the video gaming content. The second one is called RathCo Outdoors, where we do everything else. Also, you can follow us here on the RathCo TikTok page, which is just called my name, Robbie Rath, all lowercase. And there's going to be a hell of a lot more to come. I'm also coming out with a subscriber-only type live stream show. I don't have a name for it yet, but it's in the making. So I'm doing all my production work on my own right now, solo, totally solo. So, it might be, my content uploads might be few and far between, but I always strive to make them the best, highest quality that I can. Also, either tonight or later on in the week, I'm going to upload and also live stream an episode of RathCo News. RathCo News, for those of you who don't know, RathCo News is my way of providing all my viewers with all of the information on things like upcoming content, things like live streams, and things like the $20 Steam digital wallet raffle giveaway that I wanted to do. There's a poll up under the community tab of RathCo Gaming YouTube channel. Once that poll, I'm letting that poll run until April 30th, and if the majority of you say yes, you would like the raffle to commence, then it will. If the majority of you say no when I check the poll, then it won't happen. In any case, if anyone would like more details about the raffle, like full details about how to participate and everything, simply email us at RathCo2023, RathCo2023 at yahoo.com, and we will reply with all the details. So, I think I covered about everything, ladies and gentlemen. again, thank you all so very, very much for watching this, and I'm going to be back on live in about a half an hour at the most, so stick here and see me. Check out RathCo's TikTok in about half hour, between 9:30 and 10 o'clock, and I'll probably be back on with some more live streaming news. It'll probably just be Late Night with Rob, which is my usual, just me popping on live. So, again, thank you and have a wonderful evening. Later.